Hey, what is going on, everybody? Desir here with our Week 3 Round 1 opponent, Alt88. Now, before we get into this match, I do want to give a quick channel update. You might have noticed recently I've been using new music for the intro and outro along with the new visuals of that. I also am starting to do new thumbnails. Let me know in the comments below because it would mean a lot to me. Do you prefer the old intro, outro, and thumbnails, or do you like the new ones that I'm starting to use? I'm very close to 500 subs and I really want to push for that 1000 subs. It's a big goal I have in mind and I really want to attain this goal. So please let me know if you actually prefer this new way or you would prefer I go back to the old way. And without further ado, let's take a look at my opponent, Alt88. So as far as TCP goes, Alt88 is 75.5 million TCP. I'm about 76 million, so this is pretty much a punch across for me. However, as far as the ranking goes, I took a look at this. I'm currently ranked 372 and they're ranked 331. So they have about 40 ranks on me. So this is going to be a very close matchup. And I need to try to be perfect if I have a chance to beat them. And here are the defenses that I will be facing today. In stage 1 is a pretty big X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. Stage 2 is the full Bifrost. Stage 3 is new Avengers with Quicksilver and Fury, so that's pretty interesting right there. Stage 4 is the 4-piece Out of Time with a pretty big dorm. In stage 5 is Infinity Watch, and in stage 6 is Secret Defenders with Morgan Le Fay. For stage 1, I'm going to use my Superior 6, and I'm going to drop Lizard and put Vulture in. Vulture is a great counter anytime going against the X-Men team and Nightcrawlers on it. Vulture will actually take the speed up from your enemies and then give speed up to your Sinister 6 allies, which is very huge. Now normally he would end up putting slow for 2 turns to the enemy, but because that Rogue is there, they spawn with that immunity, so they're not going to get the slow, but you guys will still get the speed up. So Vulture will be going first. I'm going to use the special on Nightcrawler that's going to flip those buffs and actually put slow on them. Green Goblin Classic's going to go next. I'm going to use the ultimate. That's going to do a nice turn rewind to the entire team. Rogue does end up getting a taunt on herself here. So for Kraven, I'm just going to use that special. It's still going to do a lot of damage to all of the other X-Men. Doc Ock is going to go next. I'm going to summon out Shocker. Spider Slayer's up. I'm going to use the special. That's going to get offense up to our team and it's going to do a nice AoE hit. I did end up killing Cyclops from that. So now Forge took his turn and used the ultimate. So Cyclops is now back on the field. Vulture's now back up. I'm going to use the ultimate. That ends up killing Forge and doing a nice turn rewind to the other 4 X-Men. Shocker's back up. I'm going to use the special. That's going to get offense up to us. And now I'm going to use the ultimate from Shocker to do a nice turn rewind. And that does end up killing Cyclops. Green Goblin's back up. I'm going to use the special. That's going to do a nice turn rewind and put trauma on Rogue. Kraven is going to use the ultimate. That's going to do a nice AoE hit. Doc Ock is going to use the ultimate to extend all those debuffs. So Rogue and Gambit both went stealth. However, Gambit just took his turn and used the ultimate. That's really the first point of damage I took during this whole match. Spider Slayer is back up. I'm going to use the ultimate and that does kill the Gambit off. Rogue is now using her special on the Shocker, which I'm perfectly fine with Shocker dying there. Vulture, I used the basic. Kraven used the basic. And I really need to take the Rogue out. However, she just used her ultimate and that's a lot of damage I just took, so that's going to suck some efficiency away from me. Green Goblin is back up. I'm going to use the basic. Rogue is now dead. Now I need to take the Nightcrawler out. I used the special and Nightcrawler bled out. This wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be, but it's still a pretty good counter for this team. For stage 2, I'm going to use the Hivemind Super Skrull into this Bifrost. I needed to get something that gave me a very good efficiency score, and that's what this will do for me. Super Skrull will be starting this matchup. I'm going to use the special on Vol. That's going to get the exposed on Vol, and it's going to do a nice turn rewind to the Loki, Teen Loki, and Vol. Void Knight is up next. I'm going to use the special into Sylvie. That's just going to take the ability energy away, so I don't have to worry about her ulting me. Super Skrull's back up. I'm going to use the basic, and unfortunately the counterattack does break that, but the follow-up does end up killing the Sylvie. Gwenom is going to use the ultimate. That does put a stun on Vol. Super Skrull is up. I'm going to use the ultimate. Red Goblin's up. I'm going to use the ultimate here. That's going to do some massive damage to the Bifrost team. There, the Beta Ray Bill end up falling over from the bleeds. Red Goblin's going to use the special, and that does finish the matchup for me. This was very clean and efficient. For stage 3, I'm going to use Masters of Evil with Echo. I'm trying to aim for a very high efficiency score, and that's what this should give me. I don't really need Masters of Evil in another matchup. Titania will be going first. I'm going to target Tigra and use the ultimate. That's just going to take the evades away. It's going to put ability block and disrupt on Tigra. King is up next. I'm going to target Ronin and do the special. This does end up killing the Mockingbird and the Tigra from that. I'm going to use Moonstone special on Quicksilver. That's going to get a trauma stun on him, so that way he can't shrug that off. King does end up doing the follow-up on the attack and kills the Quicksilver. Now for Absorbing Man, I ended up using the ultimate here. I wanted to do the special, that way I got an AoE hit on this. Titania, I'm going to use the special, and that does kill one of the shield security members. King, I use the ultimate, and that does finish the matchup here. For stage 4, I'm going to go for the Hail Mary play on this one because I wanted to try to get a good score, and if this works, it should do that for me. I'm using the 4-piece New Warriors with Apocalypse on here, and Gwenpool needs to land that flip on the special on the Black Knight, so let's see what happens on this one. So Gwenpool is going to go first here. I'm going to use that special on the Black Knight, and unfortunately it was resisted, so I most likely lost this matchup. Firestar, I'm going to use the special to try to get some flips off. And now I'm kind of in a conundrum right here. I can try to spread from Captain America, however the immunity is still on that Black Knight, or I can spread from the Peggy Carter. I go for the Peggy, that way I can try to get some equal damage out, and try to get some debuff spread around the field. Cloak is up, I'm going to use the ultimate, and I'm going to target the Peggy Carter here. Apocalypse is up, I'm going to use the ultimate. And I did target the Dorm, so that way I got the follow-up attack on Dorm as well. I go for the Falcon Punch on Black Knight, and he just lives, so I definitely lost this matchup. I'm just going to try to do as much damage as I can, and then come in with a follow-up. So for Apocalypse, I'm going to use the special to try to redistribute and do some damage. I target the Peggy Carter there. And there the Black Knight took out the Apocalypse. So again, I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. I should have just let it time out right here, but instead I still kept going for it and actually burning more turns than I needed to. So for my follow-up attack, I'm going to just use the Pegasus team. I don't have to worry about the counterattacks from the Black Knight because of the exhaust, so this should still be a fairly good follow-up. Kestrel will be going first. I'm going to use the ultimate to try to strip those buffs off of the Black Knight. I got some of them off, but he still has the defense up on there. For Ironheart, I'm going to use the ultimate. That does get a stun on Black Knight. Rescue's up. I'm going to use the ultimate to flip the negative effects into positive. Darkhawk, I'm going to use the ultimate. That's going to do a turn rewind to them. For Iron Man Infinity War, I'm going to use the ultimate again. That does kill the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Kestrel, I'm going to use the special, and that does take care of the Peggy Carter. Now I just have to worry about the Captain America. Unfortunately, this is a pretty big Captain America, so he is taking a lot more turns and efficiency away from me. For stage 5, I'm going to use the Spider-Man Big Time Tangled Web Eternals into this Infinity Watch. Spider-Man Big Time's going to go first. I'm going to target Gamora and use the special. That's going to take that revive once off of Gamora and Nebula. For 2099, I'm going to use the ultimate to take some of the buffs. Spider-Weaver's up next. I'm going to use just the ultimate on anyone that's going to get the charges on me. Unfortunately, Gamora's special is unavoidable. For Icarus, I'm going to use the ultimate, and I do get the double tap, so I got Nebula and Gamora both dead. That's actually very big for efficiency on this matchup. For Big Time, I'm going to use the ultimate on the Phyla-Vell. I'm going to use Weaver's basic. I should have stuck to the Phyla-Vell there. Instead, I kind of got greedy and wanted to work down the Adam Warlock a little bit. For 2099, I used the special to ability block the Phyla-Vell. For Icarus, I'm going to target the Adam Warlock and do the special. Because of the block on there, I do actually a lot of extra damage on that move. I get 1 life off of the Adam Warlock. Cersei's going to do the special to get the stun on the Adam Warlock. I'm going to use the basic from Big Time, and Adam Warlock is dead. Here I do the special from Weaver. Because the ISO attack, I knew I was going to kill her, and I actually got some extra health back. For stage 6, I'm going to use Cabal with Lizard and Archangel. Lizard's going to go first, and every time I get a kill, that Archangel's going to do a nice turn rewind to the opponent, so I should be able to get some very good kills and efficiency with this team. Lizard will be going first. I'm going to use the ultimate, and my Lizard is actually a Raider, so I want to get multiple vulnerables out on the field. The Ms. Marvel Harlite did the ultimate for the rewind on Lizard and Archangel. Iron Patriot, I'm going to do the special. For Namor, I stuck on the Ms. Marvel Harlite, so I wanted the striker tech. I used the ultimate. The Morgan, the Photon, and Ms. Marvel Harlite are all dead. For Leader, I do the special on the Robbie, and that does kill him, and then Archangel, again, the ping kills the Black Cat. Archangel did a lot of work in this on those pings and the rewinds. for the total, my opponent got a 50,201. They got an incredible score. Even with the dropped attack, I got a 49,781. I'm pretty sure even if I did the one shot on that stage 4, I still would have lost just on efficiency alone. I did end up deviating from one of the defenses I wanted to do, and it made it to where it's a little bit easier. So I did alter my defense after this. But for now, let's take a look to see what my opponent did and what I did for these scores. For stage 1, I got an 83.58. It wasn't a terrible score, but at the end of the match, that rogue getting the taunt on herself and then the stun definitely took efficiency away from me. I think I should have gotten in the lower 60 range to maybe mid 60 range if that ended up not happening. So this one definitely took a little bit more efficiency than planned. For stage 2, the Hivemind Super Skrull is a great counter to the Bifrost if you're able to swing it. I got an 83.68 on this one. For stage 3, that Masters of Evil Echo got me a 83.69. This was another really good score that I got on this matchup. For stage 4, this is where I had that dropped attack. I got a 79.52 on this one. I think if I would have gotten the one shot on here, it would have been in the mid 60 range, because that's what I got last time this counter worked for me. For stage 5, I got an 83.63. I need to try to find a better way to get a higher efficiency score on the Infinity Watch. I don't want to burn my Apocalypse every time I see an Infinity Watch, so I'm going to try to do some tweaking and see if I can find a better counter on this one for the score. For stage 6, I got an 83.71. This was highly efficient, and this is one of my favorite teams to use right now. For my opponent, they used the Cabal with the Masters of Evil combination into my X-Treme X-Men with Dorm. This got them at 83.70, so it was a very high efficient score. This was a team I deviated from. I wanted to use a different team here, but I wanted to test out the Black Knight into the Bifrost team. The Hivemind Apocalypse looks like it's the best counter for it. This got him a 83.62 on this one. Because I made the changes to stage 1 and stage 2, I ended up putting this team here in stage 3. It's a X-Men with the Quicksilver combination. This got them 83.68, and they used Doom with Super Skrull on this one. For stage 4, my opponent used the full New Warriors into my Black Order Omega Red team. It looks like New Warriors is definitely the best counter to use into a Black Order team if you see it on defense. This got them at 83.70. For stage 5, it looks like the biggest thing that held up my opponent was the Infinity Watch. This got them at 83.61. They used Weaver, Nova, Red Hulk, Big Time, Omega Red on this one. And for stage 6, they used Superior 6 into my Secret Defenders with Noir and Morgan. This got them at 83.70. So as you see, my opponent was very efficient in all of the attacks that they did. I'm pretty sure that me switching that stage 2 around, which ended up affecting my stage 1 and stage 3, definitely hurt me on this one. So I am altering my defense like I said. My opponent had 3 scores where they had 83.70 on there. I only had the one where it was the 83.71. If we took stage 4 out of the equation, they were beating me by 2 points. And in that stage 4, they got that 83.70. So I would have needed a 83.72 to just tie the score up. So props to my opponent. They did a great job on planning their attacks and being efficient and getting the job done. So unfortunately, I am starting the week off as 0-1. Hopefully I have some pretty good matches for the next 2 rounds. I need to try to stay in that 2-1 range. I'm pretty sure if I go 1-2, I will be dropping from Masters 1, and I really don't want to drop right now. But that is all I have for you today in this video. If you did find this video useful and you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.